be diving much, so it's definitely a good thing that he is on the D side. But yeah, I mean, Edmonton Impact had a really close match against the LA Ironmen. They only won by 2, our lowest scoring game today. And the Ironmen had made it through the wild card round, but now matched up against Dynasty. These two teams incredibly familiar with each other, and the first strike is going to be Edmonton Impact taking out Arturo Andrade, trying to take some ground here on the Snake side. So it is a 4-on-5 situation.
Yeah, you called it. Brandon Cornell's just back in that tower playing D-ball, kind of slow playing it over there for Impact, so not going too far in the break. Impact with a slight advantage here, having a one-body advantage, but at the same time, Blake Yarber was pushing down that Dorito side of the field.
Yeah, Blake Yarber in good position here in D3. And, you know, Robbie, we had looked at the Columbus level new pro team, but you guys played aggressive. Aggression is definitely working on this particular layout. The Snake side is a beast. The D side, lots of options over there, and moves in the middle as well. Talk to me about that types of offense that we've been seeing out here this weekend.
Yeah, I think, you know, you got to take chances, especially when you know there's other higher skilled players on the other side. We got a kill from Impact coming out of there. It's A-Rod taking the walk. You know, I think you got to really capitalize on the chaos that this field produces, and if you can do that, you can get in spots and put the other team at a disadvantage, and that's how, you know, we like to press the field and try to put those better teams in pressures.
So Alex Goldman, one of the most offensive-minded players in the game, is at the 50-yard line here. Now he's going to run down Ryan Greenspan. Or sorry, run down Marcelo Margot. Oh, but he's going to get a major penalty assessed here on Goldman. So Marcelo was asking for it, and he got it. That's going to take out Laval. Greenspan's still alive. Yarber pushing the issue on that D side. And as the dust settles, let's see, are there any bodies left alive for Edmonton Impact? And it doesn't look like there are. Brandon Cornell was on that D side, but that was a terrible turn of events here for Edmonton Impact here in this first one, as Blake Yarber coming off pumped up right now.
Yeah, when Mouse brought his gun up there on the 50, I thought he was going to wrap and then immediately accelerated forward. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then across the first gap, Marcelo was already pointing at him that he was shooting at him, or that he shot him.
I think there's a couple too many bodies alive to make that move that quick.
Yeah, he might have missed a call or just thought there was less bodies than there were. Next match here, X Factor playing against Tampa Bay Damage. This is going to be, both of these games could be the finals.
Yeah, we're getting to that point in the tournament.
Yeah.
We were already there in the quarters, but yeah, San Antonio X Factor defeating the Russians in overtime. The Russians looked like they were going to come back, X Factor leading the majority of that match, but X Factor, just a brutal overtime point. They had no problems at all, shot a lot of bodies on the break. And then AC Diesel and Damage played a one-point match. The Damage, though, so methodical and controlled out there, with aggression mixed into that, and they're going to be a tough team to beat. Through the prelims, Damage looked outstanding and definitely a favorite to win this event.
I feel like Damage, and at this point, obviously it's kind of changing, but I feel at this point, Damage and Dynasty are the two teams that are playing this field the best.
Yeah.
X Factor's playing amazing, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I agree with you. But with the way the X Factor won their games, they kept always being in control. Yeah, the Russians gave them a run for their money, but I think this is pretty even out here. But still, no Archie Montemayor, no Cole Roberts. Archie with an ankle injury, so we may see him out here today. We'll see. Looks like Jesse Stevens going to continue to draw the start as the first attacker on the D side, and then here comes Billy Bernacci getting up there quick and staking. And Jesse a quick move up into D3 or 2, D3 or 4.
Keith Brown drawing a penalty here, got shot on the break, continue to play.
And they lost Chad Bougier over there. It's not looking good for Damage right now.
Yeah, Tampa Bay Damage down to just 2 players left alive, so they're going to scrap this point here, barring any
down to
craziness.
1.
Yeah, Jacob Edwards trying to go through the middle, getting diced up a little bit there.
Another tough one here, and another penalty hurts a squad, and this time Tampa Bay Damage, only a minor, but with the loss of Bougier, that's 3 bodies that had come off the field. So, and it looks like Meter's going to be good to go. So first point is going to go to X Factor.
Yeah, and again, surviving the breakout, right, man? Effectively, Damage lost 2 on the break. Keith didn't leave, so they ended up losing 3 on the break. And you're not going to be able to play against these teams at this level 2-on-5 or 3-on-5.
It's blood in the water at that point.
Yeah, it's just, unless the other team makes a huge mistake, you're going to lose that point.
In the pits right now with Tampa Bay, there's Keith Brown. Gonna have to get that one back, but he's just been outstanding for him this weekend. Well, he's been outstanding for the majority of his career.
For his life, Matt. He's been amazing for his life.
Well, he played with Impact. It started with Damage, and then Impact brought him over, played with them for a few seasons, won the MVP award with them, and really helped him as their first attacker in the Snake. Damage had enough of that, so they brought him back into the fold. And he's been a real big boost to their starting lineup, along with the additions of Brian Smith and Brad Hurley.
Mouse getting bounced on the break, getting a check here in the small tempo on the Snake side. It's not a bounce, it's a break. Good call there from Mouse, not drawing the penalty. 4-on-5 advantage here for Dynasty. Now being shot early is going to hurt Impact in this point. He was their attacker on the snake side, and there's no one over here now to attack snake side. Oh, Dynasty drops a body. 4-on-3 advantage now for Dynasty.
Yeah, Brandon Cornell coming off, doubling up that back tower with A-Rod.
Yeah, Impact is locked in the pocket, too, with one in the can, one in the tower, one in that center brick. With Dynasty outside on the Dorito side, it's going to get really, really hard for Impact to get outside of that pocket if Dynasty's as disciplined as they usually are.
So that's where those guys are right now. Looks like Reeser up in the center of the field and looking snake way.
Yep, Trevor's got to stay alive up there. He's got to shut down one tape or the other, hope he can get a couple kills and get Impact back in this game, because 4-on-3 advantage here for Dynasty. They got the field spread and a one-body advantage, and they've already got a point advantage, so Impact in kind of a tough spot here. Looks like Nick Laval's looking to get outside, maybe to the snake side if he can.
Impact getting a little wider on the Dorito side here.
That'll definitely help him.
Yeah, that's A-Rod getting out there to the back corner bunker on the D side. Still no one on the snake side, but it does look like Laval is thinking about going that way.
Yeah, he knows at some point he's going to have to get out. Trevor's up there blocking down the lane, playing defense. He's backing Trevor up, but Trevor can stay on the defense. And if Nick can get outside, that'll force Ryan Greenspan, who's in Trevor's mirror, to try to get outside and match him, giving Trevor a chance to catch.
Greenspan having a hell of a tournament. He's leading San Diego Dynasty in confirmed kills. Reeser comes up, gets shot by Greenspan, though, and Greenspan's going to take over the attack and then get taken out, though, inside from A-Rod.
Tyler Harmon was just waiting for Trevor to make that move.
Yeah, now just 2 Impact players against 3 Dynasty players. Nick Laval over here in the small temp on the snake side for Impact. I think Brandon Cornell probably over on the Dorito side. 2-on-3, Dynasty with one in the can, one in the tower, and then Tyler Harmon, I believe, up in the Dorito 2.
Well, yeah, no, so it's just A-Rod and Laval left for Impact right now. A-Rod made the move up into D1. Laval has made a move out here into the Aztec, looking inside. A-Rod looking down the sideline. Oh, Laval gets caught up and over the top, I think possibly from Margot in the back center.
Yeah. So he didn't want to get caught filling out, so he was kind of looking and peering and trying to really safely make sure that he could make that move, and just got caught looking.
So now Dynasty going up by 2. How amazing would it be for San Diego Dynasty to win another World Cup and do it on their 20th anniversary?
Wow, that'd be story, especially with Dalton back in the mix. They're looking strong right now.
I think you'd have to write like a story or something, Matt. Some kind of documentary, docu-series.
Might have to do that.
20 years of excellence.
So there was Greenspan going through to trade, and here's Laval up and over the top and just up a little bit too long. And Marcelo Margot able to drop that shot in on him. And there is the always excitable Tyler Harmon, the amazing mustache he brought to World Cup. I asked him, like, you got some Just for Men in that? And he's like, absolutely not. This is all natural.
All natural, baby.
I love that most of the teams have 40 on their jerseys.
Yeah.
For Tim Montressor.
And he's on both the start stations.
Tampa Bay Damage losing one early, but shooting one early. 4-on-4. Keith Brown did get out to the snake corner for X Factor. For Tampa Bay Damage.
Yeah, Niner Ninos up into the brick, and there goes Brian Smith, going to take the early walk here for Damage.
X Factor pushing down the real side of the field. Here goes Jesse Stevens over there.
And Jesse Stevens, always aggressive, and now having some good communication here with Meter.
Yeah, they might have lost Keith Brown going to that corner too. It might just be a 2-on-4 here.
It is 2-on-4.
The left tower, the Dorito tower, and Dorito 1 for Damage. I think it might be, can't tell who's in the Dorito over there. It might be Brad McClure, but I don't think so.
Rainey Stanzik with the big fill here into the snake. He's been in here multiple times. He's actually the kill count leader right now overall, trying to add to
padding those stats.
Padding the stats here. We got a golden barrel to give away. Hopefully you got your picks in on the draft. Pick the right players and have a chance to win this Lux Ice that's sitting in front of me right now. But yeah, Rainey now at the 50-yard line. LJ Woodley is going to come over to back him up. Jesse Stevens is still past that 50. That's who Tampa Bay Damage is really worried about right now. They also need to be worried about Rainey.
Jesse gets a kill off the Dorito side there. The last guy comes off. Solid point for X Factor.
Yeah, winning with 3 bodies left alive. X Factor looking really, really good here. This is Tampa Bay Damage's first kind of question mark match here. Can they, battle back? Can they play as well as they have against these other teams?
This field is so hard to play if you lose your snake player consistently off the break.
100%. It's kind of always generally speaking that way, right? If they're attack, but on this field specifically, if they shut it down and you can't get out there, because if they're in there and you're not there, you're going to lose that point.
They wrap and contain.
And to add a tiny touch more specificity is that if you have a guy in front of you, so if you don't have one in there and they have one in there, it's typically curtains.
Yeah. not only can they wrap and contain, but this field has multiple bounce shots that can come into those cans and towers, and it's tough living.
You're eventually dying, yeah, for sure.
So looking at the pits right now with Tampa Bay Damage.
Talking to Keith Brown, he got caught going to that corner, and he's such a big part of that snake side of the field for them. They got to figure out how to get him out there alive and then still get him in the snake. Ryan Greenspan releasing up the middle. Nobody snake side for Dynasty. Oh, Brandon Cornell taking the walk early for Impact, which the Dorito corner got caught. Dynasty communicating the G1 from the corner.
Yeah, Dynasty heavy on that D side right now, kind of ignoring the snake side. They have Ryan Greenspan looking that way, though, and a gun from the back as well with Harmon that way. But here comes a double dose of moves with Dalton and Blake getting into the same spot. We haven't seen anybody double up that spot.
On Impact.
And they get a gift here, so even a little miscue on the D side going to the same spot. But
A-Rod's going to have a big point here.
A-Rod just got shot from the inside.
Wow.
And Dynasty's looking really good. And if they goose egg Impact, they're going to go into this next match with a supreme level of confidence.
Still a lot of time on this. Still a lot of time, though.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
But I do not disagree with you. They already are confident with the way they've been playing so far. Close win against Revo, undefeated in the prelims. Yeah, looked a couple points scored on them, no big deal. Yeah, they look great. They look really good right now.
Yeah. And I think their style of play, much like Damage's style of play, although they're not executing right now, is kind of the best style of play on this field, that flow style. You know, just play accordingly. Like if you're up, you play like you're up. If you're down, you play like you're down. If you lose bodies, you go. If you win, shoot bodies, you go.
Yep. Ryan Greenspan is just putting a clinic out on
Feasting.
this field right now.
I was surprised that Ryan wasn't leading over Rainey kill counts because I've just personally seen Ryan shoot so many people.
Well, we're going to find out if X Factor makes it on and Dynasty makes it on. It might be a Rainey versus Ryan battle to see who's going to win this golden barrel.
Oh,
3 deaths off of Damage on the break.
Wow. God, Tampa Bay Damage should immediately concede this point. 4-on-2 because Billy Bernacci just got caught. But all they're doing here is losing time and padding that score for X Factor.
Yeah, still, although a ton of time left, still 13 minutes left with 2 quick ones scored for X Factor. So Damage definitely, even if they go down 1 here, which looks like they're going to as another body coming off, go down 3, that is, they still have enough time to mount a comeback. See, Keith Brown's going to get tapped out from that Aztec by Cody Bayless.
Yeah, Keith Brown did what they needed him to do that game, stay alive, but unfortunately nobody else did. Losing 3 on the break, I mean,
that's,
those
not
shots,
much you can do
those
there.
shots are dialed in, man. Not only are the shots dialed in, but they knew exactly where, exactly which version of your game plan you were going to do.
Yep.
That just matched up perfectly in their favor.
Did Cody Bayless play Vegas?
He's been on the squad for a little bit, yeah. I mean, he's an OG member, but he was gone for a while and came back into the fold.
Blake Yarber walking out there.
Blake Yarber, Dalton Vanderbilt, Marcelo, Tyler Harmon, and Ryan Greenspan for Dynasty.
Scary lineup, man.
I mean, I'm looking at the stats right now in front of me from my fan wagon. 19 kills for Rainey. And Ryan's sitting with 12. Alexander Burnikoff had 12 as well, but he's out. Alex Rodriguez is up there for Edmonton Impact with 8, but they're up by 3. It's either going to be Dynasty or Impact moving on. So if Dynasty moves on and X Factor moves on, it could be a Rainey versus Ryan race to see who's going to win the golden barrel.
Impact gets 5 alive. What do they need? Impact barely made it out to the start station there.
First kill comes from Dynasty.
Yeah, it's Brandon Cornell coming off, but they are going to lose Blake Yarber.
Yeah, no one on that side of the field now for Impact. Trevor makes a great move getting out to the drill side.
And they're
4-4. Impact takes the snake. We got Kyle Spica crawling up the snake here.
Alex Rodriguez comes across and gets through the lane, and just in time to maybe get a kill on Second Dynasty. Here comes Alex Rodriguez. Yeah, he did get that kill. Here comes another one for him, so a little 2-pack for him. So that's now 10 confirmed for Alex Rodriguez.
And that's what they need from A-Rod. They don't need him sitting in the back locking down the lane. They need him figuring out how to go forward. Sometimes not get shot, just draw guns, but sometimes go forward and get 2 or 3 guys, break open those points for their guys.
Yeah, he was the MVP from Vegas, so we'll see. They need this point here. It's not over yet, but
Tyler Harmon attacking on the drill side, but it's a 3-on-1 over here. Tyler getting caught by the cross shot.
Now, Tyler Harmon has pulled off a 1-on-3, but that is going to do it here. He's not going to be able to do it this time.
Yeah, not against Impact.
Much better point there from Impact. Very methodical down here on the snake side.
Mouse counting the bodies walking off and like, oh, yep, that's 5.
Mouse has had a pretty good event.
Good
Kyle
point there for
Spica,
Dynasty.
yeah, Kyle Spica able to get into the snake here nicely on that secondary, and
the
Trevor
fact-
Reese was the one to hit the buzzer.
The fact that they were able to win without Kyle going through the snake and shooting 2 or 3 guys that's a good point for Impact. You know, that was a solid win. It wasn't off a stunt or anything like that.
Yeah, because early they had no one on the Dorito side. They
That's
were
right.
able to turn the field on
Yeah.
Dynasty.
And if Dynasty would have contained and they could have never got out there, that would have been a different point.
So now here comes the next lineup for X Factor.
Joey Blue's down there shaking his head, Matty.
No, he should be. They're down
He
by
can't
3.
be too happy right now.
No, of course not.
Jesse Stevens coming back out to play the one on the D side. That's
Rainey stands
they're kind of getting locked into the lineup right now.
Yeah.
Bayless is getting some spins, but Jesse Stevens.
Jesse's playing unreal over there on the D side.
It's hard to sit him out, right? You only sit him out when you have to. Like, oh, you need a break? All right, you get a break. That's all you get, 1 point. You're back in there. X Factor Damage has to survive this breakout. They've been losing these breakouts. So they sit in the pocket so that they can't get shot on the break. I think that's smart. But they let Billy Bernaccia fill the snake, which is not smart. Oh, Billy Bernaccia's eliminated, so it's a 4-on-5 advantage for Tampa Bay Damage. If Tampa Bay Damage can get out on the snake side, they're going to win this point. They shoot out Rainey stays X, so it's a 5-on-3. Keith Brown now attacks the snake side, but LJ Woodley fills out to counter him out.
Yeah, so LJ Woodley able to make it out clean, but Jesse Stevens getting shot.
Drop.
Yeah, Jesse Stevens getting shot. He does get the drop on Keith Brown, but here comes Jacob Evers. He's going to dice up Meter Ninos' head. He's going to try to clear out. He's got to turn around, and then he's going to find LJ Woodley.
There he got him.
Chicken Wings Woodley puts about a half a dozen in his back after the slide, and a beautiful finish here.
And there's still 12 minutes left in this match, guys.
Yeah.
Lots of time left for Damage to come back.
I feel like today we've either seen a 3-2 match or we're going to see
A blowout.
7-6,
Yeah, it's
you
gonna
know?
be close or a blowout. Oh, you mean close to the way?
Yeah,
the
a
score
lot of-
goes for.
yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of comebacks on this field, a lot of one-on-ones, a lot of breaking through one tape, running down, trying to get the buzzer, as they're doing the same on the other tape. So, field definitely plays like 2 separate fields out there.
Yeah, that was a hell of a move from Jacob Everts, who's had a hell of a weekend.
Yep, hell of a career.
9-16.
Got Arturo out here for Dynasty getting a spin on the snake side.
9-16. A lot of time here for a potential Impact comeback.
Yeah, Arturo's been struggling a little bit here in this match. I mean, Dynasty's been playing really well, but they haven't been dominating through the snake like most of the teams do when they're winning.
See where they're going to send Arturo off the break. Looks like he might be going far. So Arturo is going to dig and just get to the Aztec here. They're going to go doubled up guns.
Mouse takes the snake for impact off the break.
Ooh, and almost real quickly gets a shot in on Blake. Yeah, Blake goes into D2. Blake, so the Blake's need to call that code across the field so they know exactly where Mouse is. Yeah, lots of ground taken by the Speed Demon Alex Goldman.
And Alex Rodriguez. Alex Rodriguez follows up there with this. So they got 2 of the best up there in the business. Now 3 guys up at that brick? Oh, no, only 2. Okay. Here he goes. A-Rod's releasing through the center. Mouse is in the snake already. Dynasty's caught in that back center.
Yeah, Dynasty doesn't have anyone to shoot that angle here. It looks like Ryan Greenspan's going to come up. Doesn't bump the bunker. So Alex right on the other side of him, and I don't think Ryan knows that he's there. Actually, he does. So he's going to come through. He's going to get. It's another kill for Ryan, but then he gets diced up by Mouse.
He's like, Alex, this is how you run through the middle.
Blake gets shot off the Dorito side.
And nobody comes off with him. So still with Goldman here with an advantage for Impact.
Yeah.
4-on-2 here for Impact. You got Mouse and the 50 snake working on the can.
4-on-3, I think. There's 1 more on the Dorito side in the temple.
I think that's. Oh, yep, right in the small tower over here, blocked out from us.
4-on-3, but with Mouse in that snake, that's a huge advantage for Impact. He can really wrap and put a lot of pressure on Marcelo in that can.
Mouse moves back inside the snake to watch for hopefully Arturo to come out.
Yeah, and I just don't like them putting. I don't like this game plan putting Arturo in that temple looking inside and playing defense. If you want him to play defense, try to let him play defense from snake 1, snake 2, or that 50 snake.
Yarber's been having a field day going to that Dorito looking inside, but Mouse beat him to the punch
He
sack.
canceled him out, yeah. And Blake almost got his head blown off. Mouse was so fast, he got there, got his gun up, and almost caught Blake slipping. Impact is trying to figure out exactly where the Dynasty guys are and exactly where their guns are. Brandon Cornell looking to release through the middle now.
Yeah,
easy kill for Tyler Harmon there with Brandon not looking.
So still 3 bodies left alive for Dynasty. They're trying to find a way to break through this cross. It's a 3-on-3 situation. Kyle Spica, I think he just got shot by.
Oh, Marcelo, nice shot, but then gets caught.
I think Marcelo gets caught because here comes Trevor Reeser. He's going to maybe get a trade out with Tyler Harmon. They're begging for a penalty. And it's another one-on-one here.
One-on-one here.
Arturo Andrade.
Good fill to the corner.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, he's got no clips.
And it's Goldman. Goldman's still alive through all this chaos after making it to there off the break, and he's scanning the field. He does not know. Oh, and he's going to get the shot in. I think Arturo was able to get the drop on Alex Goldman, who had no idea that there was anybody left alive. So what an intelligent move for Arturo Andrade to get out wide here.
Because Mouse released with no idea where Arturo was, looking for him, and Arturo knew exactly where Mouse was. Very good control point there for Arturo. Great fill out there.
So Arturo smartly just takes a knee and a couple more seconds burn off the clock. So what an intelligent point here from best player from Mexico that I've ever seen, Arturo Andrade. Unbelievable performance.
Dynasty playing really well and having, like you said earlier, lots of different guys clocking in and to win different points for them. That's what you want to win. That's what you need if you want to win a tournament.
3-point game with 6 minutes left in that. We got right here, we got X Factor up 3-1 on Damage with 12 minutes left. Plenty of time for Damage here for sure.
Let's check out Lauren Kelly.
Thanks. Joey Blute was in the pits telling Damage that it's all going to come down to hunger. They need to want it more than X Factor wants it. They feel like X Factor is playing pretty predictably. If there's a front player that gets killed, they always go to those corners. So they just need to go out there and play their Damage paintball.
And they also need to survive the breakout. The point that they won, they went to the pocket. They didn't send anybody outside, so they didn't lose anybody outside, and easily won that point. So I think if they can keep playing the pocket and shooting the outside guy, they'll be able to get back in this match. Keith Brown digging out to that temple, gets in there live.
X Factor taking the snake.
Also losing a body.
But here comes Jacob Edwards to try to counterpunch attack here as he gets into the snake as well. So battle about to go down on the snake side of the field is looks like Cody Bayless taking the walk here for X Factor, but Chad Bougere is going to take the walk. But look at this, coming around, and Meter shaking his head, feeling that he got the shot in on Jacob as he crawled around to get that bumper move. So just 3 players left alive for both these squads.
Looks like it might be a 3-on-3 here.
Yeah, it's definitely a 3-on-3.
Woodley moving down the drill side. Woodley flying down the drill side of the field as Keith Brown attacks on the snake.
Yeah, no one was even looking towards the D side. They're still, okay, now a gun has, oh, and he gets a shot in on him. What a nasty snapshot there from Jason Edwards. Who could have, I mean, he might have saved that point for Tampa Bay Damage as they get Keith Brown into a snake, because Woodley was untouched in there. No one was even looking this way. Jason whips his gun around and catches Woodley on a wrap.
Yeah, X Factor with 1 in the corner and 1 in the snake temple. I believe that may be Rainey in the snake temple. So 2 on this tape, nobody on the drill tape. Once Jason Edwards figures out there's no one on his tape, he'll start moving down that drill side, put a lot more pressure on the corner player for X Factor, who's probably Billy Bernaccia. But X Factor up by 2 points here. They're going to burn as much of this clock as they possibly can, trying to figure out where these bodies are and how to break them down without losing anybody. Here goes Jason Edwards, now moving out to the rear side of the field. Moves again. Yeah, Jason Edwards now figuring out there's no one on his side of the field. Holiday staying right, watching over Keith Brown. Keith Brown inside, making sure that the 2 players for X Factor can't move forward. Jason Edwards now. Oh, Keith Brown got caught. Didn't need a gunfight there. Just needs to give Jason Edwards enough time to get into a better position. Now Rainey Stazak fills the snake for X Factor, and X Factor's right back in this point in a 2-on-2.
Still 10 minutes and 20 seconds to work with here, as Tampa Bay Damage going to try to figure out where these last bodies are. Billy Bernaccia in that back corner bunker here, snake side. Smith improves his position and pushes up the field to get into the snake.
Billy Bernaccia sees Smith and snake now, so he knows he's there, communicates that to Rainey. Rainey's trying to keep an eye cross field on Jason Edwards as he, Rainey gets caught, popping over the top.
Corner left only for X Factor, 2-on-1, Jason Edwards and Brian Agent Smith. Billy Bernaccia in the corner.
Yeah, and like we've seen some 2-on-1s go bad earlier because those guys are playing 1-on-1. These guys are not. These guys are playing 2-on-1 paintball. Calling when the guy's on him, calling when he's off of him, moving when he's not on them, shooting and controlling outside the bunker when he's on your player. Just good, solid 2-on-1 paintball here.
Yeah, when you're in this situation, there's really no reason to have to risk a gunfight. If the guy's shooting, if your opponent is...
Oh, Jason with the pop shot over the top of the brick. What a shot by Jason Edwards there.
Yeah, that's 2 clutch kills from Jason Edwards here. 1 shooting Woodley when he was attacking, and then to finish off Billy Bernaccia. So nice job by Jason Edwards.
Way to come back here, down by 3 points, coming back and scoring 2 points in a row is really hard to do. Shows a lot of character, a lot of depth.
I think Jason's been in that situation a time or 2 in his veteran career.
He's actually been a career
out
in that position.
Just a few
times. Just
a couple times.
I think he's done that to me about 7 times.
Edmonton Impact coming out against Dynasty. Dynasty looking invincible those first 3 points, but Impact's been looking better the last couple.
That was a great move by Jacob to clear out the snake there.
Yeah, see here on the replay, as there's Billy Bernaccia, last player left alive for X Factor in that back corner. Bunker gets his loader striped, and then a couple extra there from Jason.
For good measure.
Just got to make sure that one broke.
Here we go. Impact. Looks like Mouse is going out to the corner. Mouse digs out to the corner, gets to the snake corner alive.
Yeah, it's also starting to heat up out here. Sun's out.
Man.
We got some weather approaching this afternoon, so hopefully we can skate through before that. But it's definitely the hottest it's been this week, so we'll see how that affects everybody out here as far as the stamina is concerned, because a lot of these teams are rolling with skeleton crews and just rolling with the starting 5 here on Sunday.
5-on-5 breakout. Trevor Reeser and Ryan Greenspan both in the center brick, locking down lanes. Mouse is out in the corner for Impact.
Impact's kind of got them contained right now. If they can keep up, keep the pressure on.
Yeah, they're down by 3 though, so they have to have a little bit of a sense of urgency to either get Brandon Cornell to push down those Doritos or get Mouse to release from the snake, but he knows Ryan Greenspan's in that center brick looking for him. Tyler Harmon's in the tower behind, also putting pressure on Mouse. And then Dalton's across in that Dorito too, putting pressure on Mouse. So tough for Mouse to get through those 3 guns.
Yeah, Mouse is looking for it though. He's been very proactive in this spot. Knowing that they're down by 3, they have to eventually push forward. 5:50 left to go, so not desperation to attack time quite yet.
Quite yet. And we have seen players crawl all the way from this corner in if that's what they have to do. Mouse will figure it out.
Brandon Cornell pushing up the Doritos now.
With A-Rod, that's a powerful 1-2 over there, so Brandon Cornell can afford to go through, get a couple, and then have A-Rod finish
There's
it
a kill out of the can for Impact.
Yeah, that's a massive kill on Marcelo Margot, who's really good on the defense and trying to lock things down and communicate. So
down to 5 minutes left here, 5:20. Impact's got to have a little bit more sense of urgency. Lose player there is sloppy. Kyle Spica gets caught. 4-0, and then Mouse gets caught. Where'd that come from?
Crossfield from the tower.
Tyler Harmon, wow, crossfield. Man, things are just not going Impact's way today. They still have 3 players left alive. They're still attacking over on the Dorito side with A-Rod. A-Rod always gives you that X factor. He has a chance to blow up in big games.
Yeah, A-Rod's looking for it right now. He's at the 50-yard line in the tower at the center of the field. You're looking for a potential run through.
Get a kill on Dalton over there.
He did. He got that now. So looking through the run through. Can he get through this gap? No, he gets torched by Tyler again. No, it's somebody, whoever's in that
temple over here. I think it's Arturo.
So Arturo saving that, saving Greenspan the death there was Arturo again. So Arturo, Dynasty looking really sharp right now. Couple awesome kills from Tyler. Nice zone control from Arturo.
Yeah, if it was any other team other than Impact, I would say this match is probably over, and Dynasty can put start drinking the beers now. But Impact can come back. They've got too deep a roster, and they've done it too many times against too many good teams.
So let's check in again with Lauren Kelly.
Thanks. Joey Blute was applauding Jacob Edwards after that last point, telling him way to set the tone. Keith Brown came off the field saying he needs help figuring out where the X Factor bodies are on the field. He couldn't find them that whole time he was in the snake, and that's what ended up costing his life.
Very close match here with a lot of time to go. 9:18 on the clock. It's a 1-point game. Tampa Bay Damage still down by 1 though. So
let's see if Keith can make it out here alive with Rainey shooting back at him. Rainey's been on point so far.
Yeah, Rainey with he's the leader of the kill count right now, and it looks like Keith is going to make it in clean.
But Billy Bernacci goes right to the snake on the break. Damage does lose a player on the break, and so does X Factor 4-on-4, but Billy Bernacci with an advantage, being the 50 snake first. He can wrap and put pressure and maybe get 2 kills over there in that can. They know Billy's there now. Jacob Edwards gets out of that can, giving whoever's in there with him a little bit more room.
Yeah, Billy looking inside now as Keith goes inside and able to make it clean. But here comes Meter Ninos. Meter Ninos runs through and gets a shot inside on Keith and stays alive.
Amazing move there for Meter. He read it, he read and reacted, right? He saw the move, went and canceled that move out. If he dies, fine, but living there is even better.
Yeah, if he dies, no big problem, no big deal. You got guys behind you, except that, because I thought they might have lost another one, but it looks like it's Chad Bougier who came off from that.
Meter's got the ball now up the middle to break this cross and see if he can bring it home.
Yeah, or Rainey can swing out the Dorito side. Either or. But, they're up by a point with 8 minutes left here, so they're going to probably try to slow play this as much as they can. Burn off 2 or 3 minutes. Tampa Bay Damage still got 1 in the Dorito corner, 1 in that tower on the Dorito side, and 1 in the can. So it's a 3-on-3 here. But X Factor in considerably better field position. Oh, no, it's 3-on-4. I'm sorry. There's one bunker block down the X side, the Dorito side.
X Factor makes a move out to the Dorito corner. It's John Woodley.
Yeah, Woodley gets out to that corner. Now, if he starts pushing down that side of the field, it's going to put a lot more pressure on that Dorito tower and the Dorito corner.
Yeah, Billy on your screen looking like he wants to wrap around. No, he's going to check back off that lane inside towards the D side of the field.
Rainey looking for a better angle coming out of that can. Coming to the small temple to back up. Billy Bernacci now into Snake 1 to back up Billy.
So loading up here on the 50-yard line, snake side, and in the middle, San Antonio X Factor do have that one body with John Woodley out on an island on the D side.
And this is the kind of control play that we've been seeing from Tampa Bay Damage this whole match. Getting up a couple points, getting into the key positions, not running down the field, just smart, methodical, applying pressure little by little, forcing the other team to make mistakes. Now we're going to see if Tampa Bay Damage can bounce back from what they've been doing to the other teams. Meter's got to watch out. Came over the top there, almost got caught from the corner.
And if X Factor does, which may look like they may win this point, and burn all this time off the clock, that's only going to be good for them.
For sure. The longer this point goes, the better this point is for them. If they end up 4-2 with very little time left, it'll be very hard for Tampa Bay Damage to come back and win. And again, as a coach, Joey at this point has to figure out how much time he can allow to burn off this clock before he has to go concede. And as I say that, I see him walking over towards the buzzer.
And we're barely even hearing anybody shoot their guns right now. So there goes in a move attempted.
Oh, and Meter caught him.
Yeah. So Joey's got to go over there and concede that.
So 2 kills.
4 on 2 in X Factor's favor.
Yeah, so 2 kills now for Meter.
Joey
Still in great position. There's another one for Meter.
Joey decides not to concede. Now it's a 4-on-1. I'm thinking he's got to concede this. Nope. Not conceding that either. Huh. Interesting.
Still a lot of time left, though. They're only up 2. It's 6 minutes left. Plenty of time for Damage to come back.
Plenty of time.
But it's wasted a couple seconds there. But Robbie, you coached. How hard is it to know the count when you're coaching with the pits on each side of the field, not on the sidelines?
It's not hard. You're always looking at how many players are walking off for the other team. So it's much harder for your own players to know the body count than it is for the coach. So he's got it pretty dialed in there.
Well, not everyone's 6'3", Robbie. Okay. Actually, Joey Blute is pretty tall.
Jacob Edwards is coming in the booth now, and he does not look his general cocky, swaggery self. He looks like he's a little defeated there, Matty. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Kind of surprised by that. It is getting hot, though, and that does.
The driving mission at Go Sports is to bring you the best paintball content and broadcast in the world, behind the scenes, in the pits, and on the field. To continue this mission, we're rolling out a renovated website platform across the board with easier search functions and a more robust chat system for better interaction with your fellow fans. Dive farther into the game with a new integrated stats portal. Get your insight into the game anytime, anywhere, with an improved functionality across all mobile devices. Check it out now.